penny for every single time a white woman has called me the N-word in bed, I'd have 2 pennies. And that's not a lot, but it's crazy that it's happened twice. I don't know what it is about me that attracts the most crazy type of white woman, the most degenerate type of white woman. But if I told you I attract them on a regular basis, you would just have to believe me. Telling these stories are weird, right? Because they happened at like 2 vastly different points in my life, and I was 2 like incredibly different people. But if I was to get into it, the first story starts when I was 18 years old. So hi, I'm Anki. This is the concept of Anki, and today, these are the concepts of... Wait, what was the concept of again? No, wait, I do remember. I actually do remember. I just can't remember at this moment. This is the concept of being fetishized. I just turned 18. I had just broken up with like my long-term ex. Like, this is the only woman I've been in a long-term relationship. I don't think I was ever in love with that woman, but like I had only just broken up with her. So I meet this young lady on Bumble, right? And like, this is a point in time where I'm still living with my parents, right? I'm still 18. I haven't even moved out yet. I haven't experienced the like luxuries that life has to give. So we've been talking for what, like 3-4 weeks. And in my mind, I'm like, okay, it's time. Let's try like make this something serious. Let's go on a few dates. So me and her start going on a few dates. And I'm like, okay, I'm not seeing any red flags. This is not horrible. But that's the issue with white people, man. Like, they'll just lie to you. They'll just lie to your face. And with this girl, it would be like, she would be like, oh yeah, my dad's crazy. And her dad isn't crazy. Her dad is just straight up racist. So Shorty has a racist dad. And in my mind, I'm like, okay, you can have a racist family and like still grow up to be like a normal person. Still grow up to like not hold any of their traditions. I was just incredibly wrong. Like everything I thought like having a racist family would mean, I was completely correct, and I should have just listened to my intuition. But alas, I'm 18. 18-year-old Anki doesn't have the same level of experience I do, so of course he's gonna make some silly decisions. And one thing I'm forgetting to like add to the story is that she would always treat me like the most masculine man in the world, and like newsflash, it's just not the case. Even then, I was flamboyant as fuck, and it was just never gonna be the case. Yeah, she would treat me like the most masculine man in the world, and in my head, it was inflating my ego. I was like, yeah, I'm macho as fuck. Yeah, I got them 6-pack abs. I never had 6-pack abs. I was like, yeah, I'm tough as fuck. And it inflated my ego. What can I say? It inflated my ego. Like having a fine shirt, calling you all these like masculine things, be like, oh my god, you're so strong. It's like, it does something to you. It does something to you, okay? Looking back on it now, she always used to like big me up being this big masculine man, because she was like very much fetishizing me. She loved the idea of having like a big strong black man like throw her around, but that was just never gonna be me. And I think that's where we get to this issue that like where she ends up calling me the N-word. Like, I think that's what leads us to getting to this issue. But yeah, me and Shorty must have been hooking up one day, and she'd been telling me to like go rougher, do it harder, but like that was never gonna be me. That was never gonna be the energy I gave. I'm a lover. I'm a sensual man. I'm not a freak. I'm not a freak anymore. My ex was too freaky. It very much changed the way I saw freak relationships when I was 18. And like she would complain to me on a regular basis that like I'm not being rough or hard enough. And I would just be like, I'm sorry, I'll do better next time. And you know what? My strokes may have never improved in that period of my life. But one day I must have been hitting it right. I must have been hitting all the right angles, because we had tried out this new position, and I think that just made something click in her. And this is when I hear it. Fuck me harder, N-word. In the most like aggressive tone I've ever heard Shorty speaking. Like the most primal voice I've ever heard Shorty speaking. I was terrified. Mind you, me and Shorty only ever partook in like activities at her crib, at her place, because she was too scared to come around to like the place where I live. So I'm here mid-stroke, right? Mid-stroke in my brain, I'm like, bro, I need to detach. I need to get out of here. We need to speak about this. But like, I can't lie, them strokes were hitting, and it was a decision I had to make. It was like, do I fight for my ancestors? Do I fight for black people right now? Or do I get the nut off? And I can't lie, I made the wrong decision. I think you guys would be disappointed in the decision I made that day. So me and Shorty finished, right? And then Shorty's just looking at me, and I'm like, and I'm looking at Shorty, because I'm like, what the fuck do I even say to her in that moment, right? And she's just trying to pretend like it never happened. She's just trying to pretend like it never happened. And I'm like, and honestly, the way she acted almost made me believe it didn't happen. Have you ever been gaslit so hard into believing like you're crazy because the way she just played it off, bro, I was like, no way she would say it and then just not bring it up. This girl must have been laying on my chest for what, like 2 hours, and I'm just trying to like think about like how to bring it up because again, I'm in her crib, her parents are asleep, her parents don't know I'm here, bro. Mind you, her parents don't know I'm here. I'm not trying to get into an argument, so I'm just laid up with Shorty for like 2 hours. And I never bring it up to her, bro. I can't lie to you guys. I proceed out. I went home and I just looked at my phone and I was like, do I block this girl? Do I just block this girl? Me and Shorty been speaking for a few weeks, so I was low-key kind of attached. And she was low-key kind of bad. And in my mind, I was like, she's never said anything like this. Like, you would think she's the biggest activist you've ever met. But I had to speak to one of my homeboys, and when I tell you this nigga laughed at me, this nigga giggled, he chuckled, he laughed at me, I was like, okay, damn. Yeah, I gotta block her. I never sent her another message. I blocked that white woman and I moved on with my life. And that's the issue with the concept of being fetishized, right? Like, I came to look back at every single thing this woman would do, and she would always make me look as if I'm like some sort of ideal black man. Like, she never really saw me as Anki, she always saw me as like Jerome. And like, you know what? Jerome probably likes a bit of race play. Anki, that's not my cup of tea. That's not my cup of tea. As I've gotten older, I've just realized being fetishized is always just weird as fuck. Like, when I get fetishized as a black man, it's always weird as fuck. When I watch like somebody I would have considered a friend fetishize like white women, be like, oh my god, I love my snow bunnies. Oh my god, I love my rice bunnies. I love my race play. I'm just like, bro, these people don't respect you. They don't respect you at all. And like watching someone fetishize someone else, you're just like, bro, you don't respect this person. You see them as some sort of like game character, a movie character, an anime character. You don't see this person as a person. You like the idea of them. And I think that's what pissed me off with like Shorty, right? Because I very much did believe she liked me. I thought like we had something, but like after that it was a kiss and like I could never go back. Shorty was rich. She was loaded. Like, I have never been in a house so nice. And like, her dad was definitely racist, right? Like, I met her dad once or twice. Her dad was definitely racist. And have you ever been in a situation where a nigga looks at you like, I'm not gonna say anything, but you could sense it? Her dad hated me. He must have been delighted when I left. Like, when I blocked her, he must have been delighted. Like, I think my relationship with this white woman is very much also what shaped my love for evil women. Because I love when a baddie is evil. I just don't like when a baddie is racist. Yeah, being fetishized is one hell of a curse because it's like, I'm just not that person. I don't want to be that person. I can't fetishize someone either because it's just like, I can't look at you and be like, oh my god, you're so fine for like a white girl, because like, bro, it's just not in my bones. I don't got a single bone in my body that's built like that. If you do, that's all you. I ain't judging. Live your life, king. But yeah, that's basically all I wanted to talk about in this video. I had like much more thoughts about like the concept of like being fetishized and how weird it is, but like I think I've been yapping for like just a bit too long, so I might just have to make that into a separate video or some shit. But like, yeah, I love all of you. This is the concept of Anki. This has been the concept of being fetishized, and like, I'll see y'all later or some shit. Make sure to follow my YouTube and my Twitch, and yeah, I'm out. Bye guys.